Exactly. So you as a long-time wrestling fan, right, Pete?
Right.
You've been following everything from back then till now. Does this interest you to keep watching the product?
I'm watching in the event. Hopefully, it'll get better.
But are you gonna follow this Hollywood theme? Are you thinking this Hollywood theme is gonna lead you back to wrestling's greatest again, or no?
No, they don't ever do that because we don't have anybody that's close to being the greatest. Honestly, look at the rosters. There's nobody that generates spark.
Well, let me put my twist on it. This is my conspiracy theory. I think what's going on, and it's no secret now that Linda McMahon is going to be running for Congress.
Oh my God!
And you know that the WWE they switched it to PG-13 to now just PG.
Right.
Okay. So I think and in an article recently by Stephanie McMahon saying that the reason why that it's not particularly the reason why, but it's kind of to ensure people, especially the younger generation, the younger kids that they're trying to bring in, and parents with the rating system, is that, hey, look, if these celebrities come on, and if they think, hey, this show is okay to be on, like, for example, Freddie Prinze Jr., he's known for what? Little kids movies or teen bop movies, right?
Exactly.
So if he's on there, it kind of reinsures the idea that this show is now a PG show.
Fine.
Yeah, but wrestling back in the days were PG, right? On Saturday, Superstars and stuff, they didn't have all these superstars. They had all the storylines that were pretty washed down, but you knew who was going to either win or lose. You know, I mean, it was something you can follow without. It was exactly.
We didn't have to be disgusted with
the 90s and the early 2000s is when it got hardcore.
In the Attitude Era.
Attitude Era killed it.
Let's degrade our product.
I wouldn't really blame the Monday Night Wars. I would blame the Attitude Era. That area. Well, I know that was part of the Monday Night Wars, but I'm talking about the extreme, when everyone wanted to go extreme.
I think the extreme was after the Attitude Era.
Yeah, it was after, because when the Hardys and all them, but the Hardys were getting big towards that Attitude Era.
Right.
And then they led to that extreme thing because a lot of promotions started opening up, doing a lot of extreme stuff.
Right.
But
I'll be honest with you, the extreme thing is boring. It's a bunch of guys that don't know how to wrestle and throw glass, barbed wire. It's jackass wrestling.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Well, I think it had its place in its time, but it did kind of run out. But I mean, fans, we're all like,
let's look at the promotion itself. It went broke, and now it's a watered down thing. You need to close it down. The only thing good about it is that belt they have. And
what are you talking about, ECW?
ECW.
You said it. Extremely crappy wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I said that. I'm sorry if I offended anybody, but their flavor came in 95 and 96. And then when they put pay-per-view, let's get more stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry if I offended anybody.
I was a fan. I was a big fan of it. I mean, but I agree with you saying that it got watered down, it washed out, it was done. It was time to get rid of it, and WWE should not be carrying it anymore.
No, they shouldn't.
I mean, you know what? If it were up to me, if we're going to honor past federations, why don't we just name SmackDown WCW? It's the same thing, and keep Raw as what it is.
That's what I would have liked to see, WCW instead of ECW, and use all your gimmicks there and all your new superstars there, and then move them over.
All right, one more final thing before we let you go, Pete. What do you think about titles? There's a title. Everybody has a title, and it's for it's either for something. What do you think about?
I got 6 of them in my house.
but what do you think about all these titles? I mean, do you really think that the women's need 2 belts to be recognized, just because one's on one show and the other's on another show?
No. What they need to do is expand them and make them both eligible to compete. You're going to run 3 shows? Fine. Open the draft, or what do you want to call it, the roster, or I'll call it the booking sheet. Make everybody eligible to compete. Have a computerized rating system. Like the sanctioning organizations in boxing and mixed martial arts and any other ranking file that deems top contenders. If you're going to legitimize your title, have a computerized rating system. Wins, losses, appeal, make it even internet function. Who should be the number 1 contender? Not because a generic writer, booker, if you want to call it that. I don't even have bookers anymore. You want to legitimize your title and give it credibility? Hell, the magazines don't even recognize them as being world titles. They call them company titles, a SmackDown title, a Raw title. I mean, 20 years ago, Pro Wrestling Illustrated never had that. You had to fight to have your promotion have a world title status. The world title has lost its significance. Okay? You have a split one-on-one company, and you have the Raw one. And then you have the ECW, which isn't even a world title. They just call it the ECW title. Okay. Why even compete? It's like, it's become watered down.
Yeah.
I mean, we started seeing this in boxing. You know, the territories, they're eliminated. If they're just mom and pop organizations. Have a computerized system where, you know, you deem your contenders. Have a championship committee and you vote on who you're going to pass the belt to. It's too much control. It's too much one-sidedness. It's the idea that you want to have a legitimate title, unify the belts. Or close the ECW belt, have one champion carry the load. Hogan did it. Savage did it. Hart did it. Nash did it. One champion, one company. End of story. If somebody's bitching is that they're not getting their shot or getting their push, hey, drop them down a match or two. The world title has lost interest. It's lost its spark. You know, back in the 80s, Hogan had at least 3 or 4 people chasing him for the belt. The belt meant something. Yeah. Now, hell, you can buy it off the internet for like $100. Oh, I'm sorry, $200. I think that, you know, I mean, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I doubt
it. Pete.
All right, Pete. Well, hey, you know what? Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for emailing us and speaking your mind. This is a show to speak your mind because we do have that connection in the WWE.
Without us, it'd be censorship.
Yeah,
that's right.
All right. Well, you know what? If you got anything else to say, just go ahead and drop us a line. You know how to contact us, and
will do.
And we'll go ahead and we'll schedule you on another time.
Bring back the purity, the honesty, and the heritage. We're losing it.
All right, Pete. Thanks, man.
College football and boxing. Need to say more, or just change the channel.
All right, Pete. I'll see you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, there you go.
Pretty good, man.
So what do you think?
I liked it.
That's pretty good.
I think people are gonna like that.
Now you know what? There's other people that has submitted their forms, and I think it's great.
I think it's great. I don't know. It was just a different side of what we don't talk about and what we do talk about. It was good to hear.
But it's always good to hear from the fans and get their reaction because it's not just us too. You know, I mean,
and
we
in
did
this
create
guy, you
the
could
show.
tell he's been around for a long time. So it's,
I mean, we did create this show to speak our opinions, but sometimes it's not just about us. It's also about what other people think.
Right.
And I think this show it's a great show to do it.
Yeah, man.
Especially again, like with our connection that we have. All right, so
that's perfect. I can't wait for the next winner, man.
I can't either.
That was great.
I think, you know what? After the show, we'll go ahead and we'll review them. And
we're going to have to post a video. Hope people can listen to it. If you guys are listening now, if you guys like that, you want to feel how it felt to be Pete for today, get on it.
All right. So let's go on continue with the show.
Let's do this.